This question belongs to data structure subject and was asked in KEET CSE 1989. So the question states, match the pairs in the following questions. So it's match the following. Here we have order of log n, order of n, order of n log n, order of n square, list 1, and list 2 has heap sort, depth first search, binary search, selection of the kth smallest element in the set of n elements. So we basically need to find the complexity of all these algorithms. So let us see them one by one. Heap sort. So we know how heap sort works. Heap sort works on heap. So what is an heap? Heap is an almost complete binary tree. Heap is an almost complete binary tree. Almost complete binary tree means all the levels will be completely filled and last level will be filled from left to right. What is the height of heap? Height of heap is log n base 2. Thus, and what is an heapify operation? An heapify operation means deleting the item. When we delete an item, then we just replace it from the last item and then delete the last item. And then we need to perform the heapify operation in order to maintain the heap property. And that heapify will check through all the length of the tree and it will take order of log n time as the length of an ACBT is almost complete binary tree is log n. And what happens during heap sort? During heap sort, we will perform deletion of all the n items one by one and keep storing them backwards. So heap sort complexity will be for n times heapify complexity, which is equals to order of n log n. So heap sort is mapped to order of n log n, which is C. So C is mapped to P, heap sort. Now let us see the next one. The next one is DFS, depth first search. We know what is a DFS. A DFS is nothing but we would be given a graph and then we can start with any vertex and we need to traverse it depth first. Like suppose if we come over here, then the next vertex will be here, then the next one will be this. We will go to the entire depth. The next one will be this, the next one will be this. So there are complexity is equals to order of, there are two methods to represent a graph. Either we can have adjacency list method or we can have adjacency matrix method to represent a graph. What is an adjacency list method? In adjacency list method, we will have all the vertices over here and all the edges will be represented like this. Like if A is connected to B, then it will be represented by this. If A is connected to C, it will be represented by this. If B is connected to C, it will be represented by this. So what is complexity in adjacency list? We just need to scan this entire list and it's equal to there are V vertices and E edges. So in adjacency list, complexity is order of V plus E. We can assume it to be order of N, assuming we have sparse graph. And in adjacency matrix, we have V rows and V columns. Let us suppose we have 3 vertices, then we have 3 rows and 3 columns. And suppose there is an edge between B and A, we will have entry as 1. And if there is no edge, we will have entry as 0. So its complexity will be order of V into V, which is equals to order of N square. So here DFS will take order of N, order of V plus E or order of N in adjacency list and order of N square in adjacency matrix. Here as we can see, so either DFS can map to B or DFS can map to D. We will remove this confusion later on. Now let us see the next option. So next option is binary search. So what in binary search is? In binary search, we would be given a list of items or an array. We will first come to the mid item. Let us suppose the items are 10, 20, 30, 40 as well as 50. So we will come to mid, which is 10. Let us suppose we are searching 8. If 8 is less than 10, then we will go to the left. And if the item that we are searching, if we were searching 45, if the item we are searching is greater than the mid, then we will go to the right. So its complexity is, it basically divides the list into 2 halves plus C time for basically dividing. So by using Master's theorem, its complexity will come out to be order of n log n. Okay, so binary search is mapping to order of log n. Sorry, if you use Master's theorem, then it will map to order of log n. You can also see n raised to the power log base b of a. It is a, it is b. So it's equals to n log base b base 2 of 1. Log 1 is 0, n to the power 0, it's 1. And as this is also c and this is also c, so by rule of Master's theorems, it will be equal to c into log n, which is equals to order of log n. So it is mapping to log n. Binary search is mapping to log n, which means mapping to a, which means a is mapping to r and p was mapping to c. Yeah. Now we have this selection procedure, which is we want to find the kth smallest element. So basically we have many methods for finding the kth smallest element, but I will tell you the most efficient one. First, let me tell you what will be the less efficient method for finding the kth smallest element. So we will be given an array. Let us suppose this is the array over here with the items 10, 20, 30, 40, 45, 52, 57, and they may be in random order, like we can have, they may be in unsorted order. So we can have them like this. We can have 10, 20, 57, 40, 15, 8, 3, 9. Yeah, they can be unsorted array. It's 20. So we need to find, we will be given a value of k. Let us suppose k equals to 3, and we need to find the third smallest element. So what's third smallest element here? So first smallest is 3, second smallest is 8, third smallest is 9. So we need to output 9. So what can be the complexities? Like we can think of a solution in which we will sort this in order of n log n by using any sorting method, merge sort or heap sort or any other. And then we will give the third item at index 3. It can be done in order of 1. So it can come out to be order of n log n. But we can see order of n log n is already taken up by the binary search. It's already taken up by heap sort. So we need to think of another method for finding the kth smallest element. So I will tell you a method. We will use partitioning method. Partitioning algo method. So what happens here is that we will select any item as the pivot, the first item we select as the pivot. Then what happens after its complexity, pivot selection complexity will be order of n. Then 10 will come at its position. All the items less than 10 will come on its left. If it will be 8, 3, 9, not necessarily in the same order. And then we will have all the items greater than 10 on its right. 40 as well as 15 on the right, not necessarily in the same order. Now again we will check whether what is the position of 10. We will see its first position, second position, third position, fourth position. 10 is at its fourth position, which means we have found the fourth smallest item. So where will we get the third smallest item? The third smallest item will definitely be on the left. Then we will come on the left, make next any item as the pivot. Let us assume 8 as the pivot. So 8 will come at its position, less than 8 will come on the left, more than 8 will come on the right. What is position of 8? Position of 8 is 2, which means we have found the second smallest item. Now we need to find the third smallest, so we will go on the right. Now we will make 9 as pivot. 9 will come at its exact position, all the items less than 9 on the left, greater than 9 on the right. 40, 15, it's at position 3, which matches with k, which means we have found the kth smallest element. So what will be its complexity? Its complexity will be, we are just performing the partitioning n, and at each time we are just checking n by 2. So what will its complexity come out to be? But here there is a logic. Here we are not performing this for the entire part. Here this selection, pivot selection, can be done only for constant time. Only for some constant time we will be doing this partitioning. so it will be equal to order of n into C, which is equals to order of n. Or I can tell you another method for this, finding the kth smallest element. So the method goes on like this. What we will do, we will be given an array, we will be given the value of k. So first of all, we will create a heap. Create a heap by which method? By build heap method. What will be complexity of creating a heap? It will be order of n. So what is the complexity of deleting an item from the heap? I have told you earlier, if you delete it, you replace it with the last item, do heapify, it takes order of n time. So if you can create a min heap is created, and do one deletion. If you do one deletion, what is the complexity? Order of log n for heapify. And after one deletion, as min heap has the minimum item at the top, you will get the min item out. And if you can do k deletions, what will be the complexity? Each one equal to k. So order of k into log n. So k deletion complexity is this, build heap complexity is this. But see, this k is always a constant number and we can neglect the constants. So total complexity will be order of n plus order of k log n. But you can neglect this k as it is constant. So it will be equal to order of n plus log n, and it will be equal to order of n. So time complexity for selecting the kth smallest element is equals to order of n, which maps to option B. So option B maps to S. And here we had two options, either option B or option D. As option B is eliminated, thus we assume that we have used adjacency matrix, and this binary search maps to D and D maps to Q. So the correct matching is R, S, P and Q.